Hello, internet friends. My name is Caitlin. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be looking at another Make Some Noise video from Dropout. But last time I did this, you guys said that you wanted to see me do my own version of the prompts, so I'm gonna do that. But in order to do it, I do need some help from friends because some of these prompts require 2 or 3 participants. So I brought in a couple of my friends, Mack and Luke, to help me out. First of all, I do have to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm dangerously close to having 5,000 subscribers, which is kind of stupid considering how recently I started this channel. So subscribe and help me get to 5,000. I'll do something cool if I get to 5,000. I don't know what yet. Suggest something. I don't know. I'll do something random or interesting or fun. I don't know. Suggest what I should do when I hit 5,000. It'll be fun. Probably. I don't know. Okay. With that said, let me bring in my improv companions, Mack and Luke. All right, these are my friends, Luke and Mack.
Hello.
Hello.
I know them from doing improvisation.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, you don't.
Okay. So
I don't even know you.
my friends
Right?
are very good at improv, and they don't block me ever in scenes, and they never negate anything I do. It's really nice.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
Yes, you blocked
do.
with a yeah. That was a good one. That was really good.
Blocking with a yes is so good.
That's advanced.
It's an advanced technique on how to do bad improv. So yeah, I met these guys doing improv like a decade ago, and we've been working together on unscripted stuff, scripted stuff, pretty much ever since. And they're very funny and very talented people. So I asked them if they would help me with this video, and they said no. But then they let me make them do it anyway.
That was for a laugh.
Yeah, they said yes. That's why they're
Yeah.
here. We're going to be watching an episode of Make Some Noise. It's the first episode of the new season, and I have not watched it yet, so that all of us will be hearing them for the first time, and we will do our own interpretation of the prompt first. What are you doing?
I'm reacting to you talking.
Huh?
I'm acting. Acting is reacting.
I've never had anyone here when I'm filming, so it's really weird for me
Yeah, I hate it
to
too.
have this. It's so
It's
weird.
also weird for us.
It's you hate being here?
Yeah.
while
I'm usually
Oh
not
my
here
God.
when you are doing this as well.
Yeah.
So there's a smell here that I did not anticipate.
So we'll be hearing the prompts for the first time, giving our interpretation of it, and then watching what they do and reacting like I did last time. Hopefully we're funny. I don't know. We'll see. It might be a train wreck.
I don't know.
We're going up
I don't know.
against the Noise Boys, so kind of.
The Noise Boys?
Yeah, they've never seen Make Some Noise, so they don't know about the Noise Boys.
I don't know.
That sounds like a great 80s rap trio name.
They might be. They could be. For anyone that's not familiar with my channel and has not watched this before, basically, I break down improv stuff. And Make Some Noise is a show where they are going to get improv prompts, and then they do the prompt. And in this episode, we're going to also do the prompt. That's it. That's the show. That's what you're watching. Okay? Cool. Great. This episode's going to be chaotic if you haven't picked up on that. These are the 2 most chaotic people I know, and this is going to be insane.
I got attacked by a dog.
Make some noise! I love Sam too.
Sam Rice is a gem. I would give someone my kidney if I could work for Dropouts.
I would give someone my kid.
You don't have one.
Well, I would make
Welcome
one.
to Make Some Noise! The game's so good, we spun it off unchanged. I am your host, Sam Reich. Here's how the show works. I have here a series of improvisational prompts our players have never seen before. Isn't that right, player?
What is going on?
What haven't we seen?
I also disagree with Josh's point. Because again, my point is not that we've seen them, it's that we won't know whether we've seen them until...
But you know what?
He's not
no
wrong.
problem. Find out at dropout.tv/.
Yeah, let's make that
Find out if I can afford groceries.
Welcome to the Mutt mini game. This is a little game we like to call Take Some Direction. How
That's
it works
new.
is, players, I will be giving you a single line of measly dialogue to repeat over and over and over again. As I do, I will be giving you direction, micro adjustments.
Okay,
if you
I
will,
love
in order
that.
to
I
affect
love
your
that. I love that. I
performances.
love
Does
that.
that make sense?
I think so.
I like it.
No
as
problem.
a friend.
Josh, we'll start with you. No direction. You're
All right. Who wants to start? Well, I guess it's no direction. So we'll start with. Do you want to just start with you?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no direction. You'll start with whatever the first direction is.
Okay.
Okay.
Your line is, there's no crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball.
Zach, give me a little bit more.
Okay.
There's no crying in baseball.
Okay, I'll take the next one.
There's no crying in baseball. Brennan, a little bit more.
There's no crying in baseball. Okay, Brian's take.
There's no crying in baseball.
Why?
It makes no sense to escalate to that point.
Not fair.
He turned into the aliens from Galaxy Quest for no reason.
Absolutely no
There's
reason.
no crying.
More what? They didn't
Yeah.
say
They didn't specify more what, just more.
More robot.
Okay.
Relation of what Zach did. Josh as Willem Dafoe.
Okay, well, you get that.
God damn it. All right.
And you can get followed by Josh.
Yeah. His Willem Dafoe impression is.
Yes.
All right. So let's see. Willem Dafoe. Hey, there's no crying in baseball here. Hey.
Or you just know that Josh is gonna kill it, so you don't want to try.
Why?
Why even bother?
Why try?
When Josh is about to do it.
That was
Okay.
a flawless Willem Dafoe, though.
That was really good.
Yeah,
Willem
that
Dafoe.
was good.
Well, the thing is, there's no crying in baseball. Spider-Man.
It's all the extra stuff that he does with his face
Yeah.
that sells
Yeah.
the Willem
So
and
good.
Dafoe
His
impression.
impression, so he was on TikTok.
Yeah.
I was watching videos of him doing his Willem Dafoe impression, saying one line that's very strange, but it was $100. That's a lot of money.
He's so good. I could watch Josh do impressions for hours.
Zach Naughtley. There's no.
Oh, that's you.
There's no crying in baseball.
There you go.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, that made me car sick.
Brennan with it.
With the utmost sincerity. Okay. Okay, hold on.
Yes.
There's no crying in baseball.
I felt the sincerity on that one.
Utmost sincerity.
Touched.
I remember when my dad told me that I wasn't allowed to cry. It feels like there's often not a place in the society for our emotions. Where are they supposed to go? This is the bottom of the ninth inning in
You
the
can tell they
World
had to cut.
Series,
Yeah.
and you are pitching for the New York Yankees. So you've got to get it together, because at the end of the day, is there crying in our hearts, in our lives? Yes. But there's no crying in baseball.
Josh,
I think
in
he
slow
won.
motion.
Yeah, he did it. All the extra.
Alright.
In slow motion.
In slow motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, is that on me now?
It's
With
Luke.
you, okay.
There's no crying in baseball.
That'll work. All right. Wow. His eyes.
Why is...
No emotion, that would look absolutely psychotic.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. I mean, if you want to go that way with it, then yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
What did
I
that-
guess I could. I mean, that's the obvious way to do it.
I guess if you want to go super direct.
Brennan as a Scottish battle.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect.
Well, you know Brennan's gonna do a whole speech,
Right.
but I'll keep it short for the time being. I gotta get into a Scottish accent. But it's got to be a bit of cry, so it needs to be deeper Scottish. Okay. There is no crying in baseball.
Cry.
They may take our bases,
There you go.
they may take our runs, but there is no crying in baseball!
Josh,
Mads Mikkelsen wins a Kids' Choice Award.
Do any of us know how Mads Mikkelsen talks?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, you want to take it? All right, go for it.
I'm very thankful to win this award from Nickelodeon for my work in Dieter Builds a Sled. To all the 9-year-olds out there who saw the movie, I love you. Thank you. I'm getting into character for my next film. Franklin finds a Frankfurter. Thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my God.
So, you want to give me an award for best punch in an animated film? Well, you have to understand, whether you are children or not, it's not about the punch. It is about why you punch. I want you all to understand, I am not here for any sort of reason financial.
Reason financial.
I know the punch is a painful moment for me and for all the children. As a child, I too was punched. But you know what? I punched back, which is why I'm so excited to join the Spider-Verse.
I can't
good.
imagine cutting you off at any other point.
I'll tell you, if you are a Nordic or Germanic actor, Josh Rubin has your fucking number.
Yeah, that's
man.
right. He's coming for you.
He's coming right for your throat,
He's
baby.
coming for you. I don't know why I'm slightly Irish now, but Josh, it's an honor just to be nominated.
An honor to punch your children.
I don't know why we use
And I'm not the bunch
if
of
we're not
children.
going to refer to them. My name is Brennan, real small.
Yeah, and when we get to you, I will acknowledge that. Just giving up halfway through telling us.
Oh God, I love it. Okay, I can take that.
Yeah.
I can take that. Yeah. Okay. So, oh God, I was out there with Jim, and so we were fishing out. It was Lake Barkley, and so he had cast out. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, like when you cast out and like the fish. So, what happened when? What was crazy about it was that the bait we were using, it was for catfish, right? But that lake isn't known for catfish. So when we went through, so did you guys have plans for later?
No, the fishing.
Yeah.
So
Just not a good story.
We're gonna
Yeah.
leave, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh God, it was so funny. We were at Davenport's Pizza. You know, they have the flat pizzas, and we were like, because as a kid, I would go there. And the arcade, they had like Spy Hunter, and they had Frogger, and they had like all those classic games. I haven't been there in forever. And it was great because Dylan Matthew and everybody's significant others were there. And like, we weren't sure that there would be like a reservation available. And so I got there. Dylan said 6:30, and I thought it was 6. So I was like walking around, you know, with like nothing to do. And then eventually everybody, we all got there, and then we had pizza.
That is fully triggering. Yeah. That is not okay.
That's every story that I've ever told.
Thank you.
As far
So that
as
was pretty
work
much the,
fun, I want to go a little
the same
Yeah,
bit.
it felt
yeah,
very same
yeah.
bit of just like there was
Incredibly detailed, but boring.
You get there, you start telling the story, and you realize partway through, like, this is not interesting.
Right, yeah.
This is not interesting. I don't know why I started talking about
Especially
this.
me doesn't want to hear this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I just started talking to talk.
Going through the details of the fishing line, but he
Like,
did it with,
no
like,
one
the pizza
cares.
restaurant was like this.
Yeah, it's very much that.
trying to sneak out.
What?
Oh my god! Hold
Trying
on.
to sneak out of your old rickety ass house when you accidentally knock over a porcelain vase, waking up your grandmother. We cut back and forth between your grandmother waking up to investigate the noise and you hurriedly putting the vase back together with superglue.
As the
That.
my god, what a bit.
Luke, would you like to take this one?
I might have to read it again.
Okay.
I was not listening.
Hold on, let's see if I can get something on the
Accidentally
screen.
knock.
Okay.
Trying to sneak out of your old rickety-ass house when you accidentally knock over a porcelain vase, waking up your grandmother. We cut back and forth between your grandmother waking up to investigate the noise and you hurriedly putting the vase back together with super glue. So it's two bits happening at the same time, and you're playing both
And
parts.
I'm doing both. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
you want to do that. All right.
Oh! Jeffrey? What's that noise? Freaking burglars. No, I mean, burglars. Hang on, let me get my stick. I'll find them off. Okay. I think they heard you. Whoa, you better run, cause my grandma's coming, and you don't wanna. I'll get 'em. Oh no! It's me, Grandma, it's me. Oh, you broke the vase! Oh, Grandma!
Alright. We'll cut you off there.
You broke the vase. Blaming her for it is so funny. Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very curious to see what. I'm sure he's gonna add like all the sound effects of the house because he's so good at that. I love that grandma immediately. I'm gonna give him a stick.
Over a porcelain vase, waking up your grandmother. We cut back and forth between your grandmother waking up to investigate the noise and you hurriedly putting the vase back together with super glue.
As they say at dropout.tv/my sweatshirt. Everybody?
No
problem.
Wait a minute. Now I'm really going to listen with a heightened awareness. Okay, there's definitely some skullduggery happening.
Skullduggery.
Let's check it out.
Why would the window break?
Gosh darn intruder.
That's a gosh darn intruder.
How's that one?
He just gets shot by his grandma.
I never liked him anyway.
Wow, that was incredible.
I find it interesting that both of them kind of had similar bits where like it became a fake intruder, and then the grandma like having violence, like obviously
playing against type of the grandma, I guess.
Yeah.
He just stayed in the bedroom longer.
Yeah, he stayed in the bedroom longer.
He separated the two scenes for longer. And one thing I wanted to say is there's nothing funnier in an improv scene than just saying what is happening.
What? The window broken.
Or that, and when the grandma says, now I'm going to listen with a heightened sense of awareness. It's just like, to just say out loud whatever your character is thinking is really helpful because you're not leaving it up to interpretation for your other players if you have any. He does it in this example.
But for the audience, yeah.
And you're also saying, like, I don't know how to put this clearly to you. Other than just saying it.
Right.
Yeah, he put the hearing aids in, but it's like, that's why I'm doing it.
We recently had a show where we had a scene happen where someone was putting a helmet on my head.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why they were putting on a helmet on my head, and so I rolled with that and made myself the king of Wawa or whatever we were doing. Mm-hmm. And then in post, we were talking about it, and he said, oh, well, I was putting a mascot head on you, and I thought that you were going to become the guy. And I said to him, in the future, just say, here is your mascot head. I'm donning your mascot. Like, if you want me to take something, it's usually best if you just say it. Like, it always gets a laugh, too. It's really funny to just be really honest and, like, sort of, like, cartoonishly open as your character.
Yeah. Things being very on the nose tends to work really well in improv scenes.
And again, it's clear.
Like, we all laughed very hard when he said that.
Yeah. Just saying what is happening is so funny.
Yeah. It doesn't work well in, like, scripted, filmed things, but in improv, it's very much the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I like this. I can do this one.
Okay. That's good.
Thank you guys so much for being here. You know, I really appreciate everyone coming together. You know, it really... It's so important that in times like these, you know, the stronger we are together, the more we can accomplish. And I think when we look to the future, it really matters that we band together to really strive for a difference. And I think when people talk about space, they know that what's going to happen is change. And the difference that we're talking about is really camaraderie. And with that comes the epitome of excellence. And that's where you come in. That's really where you come in. And that's why we're here right now. Because what happened yesterday is actually why we're here. And I'm really sorry that happened. I have to apologize for that because I didn't mean for that to happen. And it was an accident, but it was a little intentional, if I'm being honest. And, you know, I don't like dogs, if I'm being fair.
Excellent speech, Madam President. Your time is up. Yeah.
Okay.
The occasion is.
Brian and Melissa, you both look so beautiful today, as you do every day, but perhaps never more than today. And when your father passed, I was the first one that offered to speak at the funeral, which was beautiful when it happened 1 month ago. In the Jewish tradition, a boy becomes a man at 13 years old. But in other traditions, that happens differently, at different ages. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what is the culture we find ourselves in? What is the moment we find ourselves in? And the decision that voters will have to make in November is, what does it mean to share a culture together? Folks, my opponent in the chess match I played this morning.
I think that'll do that.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, so like you both took exact opposite approaches.
Yeah.
Which is what you went really, really vague.
Yeah.
And he went very specific,
different directions.
I went vague and got more specific.
Yeah.
And then where it was like, wait, what are you talking about? And his was specific but kept changing.
Yeah, like what on earth could she be talking about?
Yeah.
What the hell? But then he just kept giving false.
Yeah.
false clues.
I think both are valid. It's just
yeah.
like, it's which route are you taking? Like,
Right.
Like, it's becoming less clear. It's like, okay, is this a corporate meeting? Is this, wait, what? And then his was, is this a wedding? Is this a, what? Yeah, it's interesting.
That was good.
Cool. Love it. Love what he did.
It just ends with our Independence Day.
Thank you to our musical guest.
Thank you.
Bobby Moynihan.
Amazing, yeah.
Which brings us to Zach.
Okay.
And Brandon. Thank you. A person zoned out in the Zoom meeting gets
Oh, I fucking love that. All right, who wants to take that?
I'll take it.
You guys both good?
And so that's basically the breakdown of the quarterly numbers. We've had a really good, turnout. And I'm sorry, Michael, did you have something you wanted to say about the numbers?
I was just watching you talk about the numbers. I had a cough.
That's perfect, because you are our point man on the numbers. So I need you to take over for the meeting right now, and you instruct all of the investors about what I just said about the numbers.
Like you don't want me to explain it.
Yeah, yes I would, Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, this is your job. You know this inside and out. Just hit it for the investors. I'm sure you were paying attention to this meeting. It would be highly detrimental to our business if you weren't.
Of course I was. Yeah, it's easy to do that. So as you were saying, basically I want to rewind it a little bit more. Business. What is business?
What is business?
What is business?
Just define what business is.
Okay.
I just had one more question about that report. Can you elucidate what exactly you meant by that?
Oh yeah. Well, we were talking about it, and it feels as though we were all kind of thinking.
And I just made you co-host, so you can share
my screen.
My screen.
It's the button on the bottom there.
Yeah.
Based on essentially your input, we'll be able to, I think, mock out probably not just the year, but the next 5, because I think this is really a pivotal moment for the company.
And we're coming up on minute, 55, so you really got to kind of go quick.
Okay,
we're
cool.
going to time out at the hour mark here.
I think I accidentally shared my desktop. Okay. And if you're just going to ignore I'm closing the Zillow tabs of Argentina.
Zillow. You have so many tabs open.
These are all like 6 and 7 bedroom homes.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Of our time. While you're closing out those tabs, the main thing we need to decide here is
zoning.
Ultimately, your call to make if we go A or B, but we need to make that call today.
And we're at minute 58 as well, so we need to make it.
Do we cut the department or do we try to reinvest?
Let's just cut it.
Great. Department is cut.
And does that include me?
What's that?
Does that include me?
Sorry, I totally zoned out.
That's perfect.
Such a
Great.
All right. There's a lot to break down there.
Yeah, there's
Because
so much.
One, the fact that they're on camera means they can act much smaller, rather than
Yeah.
like on stage you can't really act small.
Right.
100%. But like he was able to just act very small, like with his facial expressions.
Right, when he's pretending to be zoned out.
Yeah.
And then when Brennan went ahead and just like, oh, you can just say you zoned out.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
totally
at the
fine.
end,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna say I zoned out. It's fine.
Yeah.
And like so, all of that tension was for nothing.
Yeah.
I like the technical difficulties. I thought that was a funny. But,
Yeah.
share your screen with us? Oh, yeah. Because
Because he could have immediately done it, but he clearly had stuff up he didn't want people to see. So he's like,
right.
Yeah.
Ignore the Zillow tab.
Like, oh, I'm going through a tunnel.
clearly just like, yeah. It's like, it's this button. Like, yeah. And then he's couldn't stop.
Yeah, I know the button.
Ignore all those tabs.
Argentina Zillows.
Argentina Zillows. Such good detail. I love when they're able to pull in more detail to like build that world. It felt so real and like lived in so quickly. You knew those people immediately. Like even Josh's character coming in and being the guy who's keeping the time. Like we gotta hit the
we're at hour 58. Yeah.
We gotta be out of the hour mark. Like the meeting's gotta end. It's so funny. So much good detail.
We were all thinking it. It does.
Yeah. Oh my god. So good. Yeah. Great button.
I believe, if I'm honest, I wasn't really paying.
What'd you say?
What was that?
Give me that one more time.
Brennan.
Yes.
And Josh.
Okay.
2 Australian actors' accents keep slipping through their American one.
Okay, well, I can't do an Australian accent. You do Kiwi really well and Australian.
Do all right. Yeah.
Can you do Australian?
It's all right.
Yeah,
Give me a second to get into it.
Yeah, get into character.
I can only do like.
Let's see.
We're in the movie.
All right. So what was the prompt?
So it's
no, your accent keeps slipping through in your American film.
So you're
okay,
an
so
Australian
I'm an
actor that's trying to do an American accent, and the
yeah.
Australian's slipping through.
All right.
So I hope you don't mind if I crash here at your place. Janice kicked me out of the house. Kicked me out of the house.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. You know, it's all right. I've got meters and meters of. I've got a lot of square footage here.
Oh, that's Wallaby. I mean, that's great. That's so good. Because I'm probably gonna have to stay here for a while. I mean, a while.
Yeah.
You know, she's getting the house in the divorce.
I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I know that both of you have gone through a lot since the death of your baby.
Yeah, a dingo ate it.
You mean a dog?
Yeah, a dog ate it.
A wolf,
a
coyote
ate my child.
A coyote. Yeah, a coyote.
Life's like a chess match, you know. It's just feel like I'm in checkmate.
You guys are so stupid.
Done. I got there.
Same. Everything in an American accent except for death of your baby.
Your baby.
Your baby. God, so dumb.
All right, we're gonna have to take cover pretty quick.
I've been through this gulch before. There's no way to get through this.
No.
Damn cowboys coming in and opening fire on us.
But you're telling me they're gonna come over that hill, and they're gonna come over strong.
Strong as my coffee, which I take black.
You know what? Oh, we're on a fire. You know what? It's funny you say that.
What's that?
Black coffee actually would sound pretty good right about now.
If I had a gun as strong as a black cup of coffee, I would. Pew!
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah. You know what's scary in a bunch of road cowboys?
What's that?
Stingray.
Come out and show yourself, you son of a dingo!
Looks like it's always come between you two and me.
Well, if it isn't Louisiana Slim, I thought you got ate up by a crocodile, alligator.
Why, yeah, I thought you got bit by a jellyfish about the size of a pig now. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I'll tell you sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses.
You guys did the exact same thing.
Pretty much. Like my first instinct was to make it a Western too.
Yeah.
But you spoke first, so I was like, that doesn't sound like a Western to me.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you did.
It just ends up
identical.
becoming what are the funniest words to say in an Australian accent, and how do I get them into the scene? Basically.
Yeah, and using all of the like stereotypical Australian things.
They ended up just defaulting to just saying crikey and dingo. You know what I mean? Because what else are you gonna?
Yeah.
You want some Vegemite? I mean.
Yeah, right. Peanut butter? Yeah.
Peanut butter.
You guys did a lot of the same tropes too, like you saying meter and then correcting, and him saying crocodile and correcting that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same jokes. I love that some of the instinctual stuff that we do, it's like it translates. Like we're East Coast, they're West Coast, but it's like
it makes me feel like I could also be funny. If what I do is what they do, then
it does make you feel validated when you're like, oh, the stuff that we're doing, it's like, sometimes you're like, oh, that wasn't good, and then they do it, and you're like, okay, actually, you know what? All right. Like, follow it up with that. It's so funny to see the similarities sometimes, and the differences are cool too, but that was so similar. It's really funny.
Holy shit!
Oh my God!
Zach, searching for what Australia references were yet to be
Won't take it off
made,
my clock.
picked a meme from 2008. Jesus Christ.
He's still a legend, man.
I didn't get that.
I don't get that either. I'll have to look that up
points
later.
flushed down the toilet backward for.
Oh yeah, the backwards toilet.
Us all the way back to Josh and Zach.
Okay.
A cutscene in a video game that's
Oh, God.
glitching out.
This happens to me all the time now. We have to go. We have to go.
Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. Our inn is safe thanks to you. Here, take this as a.
We have to go.
Take this as a token of my gratitude.
We have to go. We have to go.
Hello! I'm so glad you're back. The inn is safe. The inn. The inn is safe thanks to you. Here, take this as a.
We have to go.
My gratitude.
The T-pose kills me.
It's so simple and easy. It's so funny.
Dude, the T-pose kills me because Baldur's Gate does that so much to me. Like, I know the game's glitching when all of a sudden I go into a cutscene and my character is just...
It's so funny. Every time. So
I'm like, oh no! She's being crucified. I've got to reload.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, I'm so. Oh God, I honestly can't wait to watch that back and see what it looks like. Okay, let's see what they do with it.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Daryl, why don't you come on in here and see Here it is, a 12 gauge. Why don't you try it out?
His arm.
What's the mission?
A car. With a car.
With a car.
Got my money. I only do it for money.
For money.
Chunk of money. Here it is. There you go, Daryl. Count it.
Checks out.
Yeah, Daryl, why don't you come on in here? Hey, you know what? 12 gauge. Why don't you try it out on all those targets and look like
Start play.
Yeah.
60 points.
Oh my gosh. That's really funny.
Oh, it makes
Like
me so happy.
the two of you back to back, I couldn't handle it.
It's all about the physical glitching for me in those. That was really funny. The turning side is sideways and drifting.
Face.
The face was so good. I didn't even think about doing the face thing.
Oh yeah. See, and like you have to kind of have your hands everywhere because like when you get a video game, what's it called? Prompt. You know, if you've never played video games, or if you've never seen an Australian person talk, or if you've never, you know, you gotta have a lot of life experience.
Yeah.
Or else you just, not that playing video games is life experience, but you know,
you have to know.
You have to experience a lot of things in life. And so like, just so you can.
Yeah, because like this is obviously like they give them prompts that they know that they're gonna thrive in.
It seems that way, yeah.
But in a regular like improv show, you're just going off of what your audience gives you.
Right.
And so you need to know things. I mean, like we just did a show the other day that was
I was just gonna say
fully at an anime convention. I don't watch any anime. But I was still able to like participate and have a good time because I understand enough about people and like the world that I could like join in, and I know enough references that I could like throw things in and like add to what was going on.
Yeah, like we were playing an improv game at one point, and so we were calling out different moods, different impressions for you to do.
Yeah.
For your character to keep switching, and at one point it was New Orleans, actually.
Oh my god, yeah.
And so you just blurt out Zatarans.
Yeah.
Because that's all you know.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I did just say the word Zatarans with like an Orleans accent. But it got a really big laugh because everyone understood what I was doing.
So maybe you don't need to have a bunch of life experience. Maybe you
You
just
have
need
to
to watch
know.
commercials.
Hey, I knew Zatarans was New Orleans, Cajun, something. It's good to have a diverse range of things that you're interested in, and like even if you're not interested, like take things in
Try things out.
Right.
Yeah.
So that you can have frame of reference for when these things are thrown at you. It helps a lot.
Right.
This is a new mini game we like to call Soundscapers. How it works as players, I am going to play for you a bit of silent footage. Then I'm going to invite each one of you up to, as best as you're able, make the corresponding
we won't be able to do
foley
this.
to the footage.
But we can
you've
watch.
seen. You can
and-
use
Wow.
your mouth if you want as well. But you can also use this wonderful set of objects as provided by our
do love Foley.
It's a grapefruit.
players. I'm going to show you the clip.
Oh God, love this. Grapefruit would be great for that.
Rules. What is this?
This is incredible.
This absolutely rules. No, Brontosaurus.
I would love to play this though. This would be a fun game.
That's the clip.
Wow.
T-Rex got him.
Josh, I think I will invite you up to our table first.
No problem.
Josh, you have at your disposal a plunger and a grapefruit and a little plastic tube and some Scrabble tiles and a telephone and a little bucket full of water.
I know. But I'm not going to use any of that.
All right, Josh, and a 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, girl. Hey, man. Hey, check your throat out. Oh, look at that shit. Crazy.
Look at that shit.
No.
Wow, Josh. Pretty darn good.
Well done.
Pretty darn good indeed.
No problem.
Zach.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty ready.
Okay, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's a cat sound.
Hey, what the fuck?
Wow,
So everything's
Zach.
red up here.
Perfect.
That was the idea. Brendan, if you'd like to step over
You know
to
what?
this
I
used
just
Foley table.
one of the
Absolutely.
things that makes that funny is just his eagerness to just begin it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just the walking up and putting the tube around his torso, knowing damn well that he does not know yet what
He
he's
has
going to do
no
with
idea
it.
what he's about to do with it.
And that's
Yeah.
it just whatever you're going to do is
Yeah.
going to be the funniest thing you are going to think of. So
Yeah.
just do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general, yeah. Anytime you're gonna walk on stage, just start.
And like I think that kind of approach, it's easy to get out of a corner if you back yourself into a corner. You know what I mean? So he gave himself a limitation, and so in some ways, I think that helps.
Oh, right.
You be more creative.
It helps you make decisions.
Yeah,
Because you have less of them.
Yeah.
When you
Because if you go out there with nothing, like, well, I got nothing, so I have too many options.
Right.
You know, and so when you limit your options of what you're working with, then you can just make a decision quicker.
Right.
Yeah, in this kind of a scenario, I would say
yeah.
it works for that kind of a thing. Like, I've got 100 props. Let me choose a prop so that I have something and I'm not overwhelmed.
Getting the old sloppy thirds, are you?
I'm actually not worried about the sloppy thirds, and I'm going to tell you why. Sam puts a lot of work and effort into this show. And I actually have found the moments in the clip that correspond to each one of these sets of objects. So the grapefruit, the pipe, the golf ball, the cutlery, the plunger, the towel, the bucket, the telephone, and especially the Scrabble tiles, which you might think are supposed to go at the rocks falling at the end. but there's actually a place that I think Sam wants them more. So whenever you're ready.
What the liar?
Brennan's crazy.
And a 3, and a 2, and a 1, go.
I was hoping you would do something like that.
Oh, my point!
That was so fun.
Shit! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck ass! Oh, my point!
No, my point!
I fucking buffed it, dude! I shitted it! No!
I ruined the party!
My point!
You're dead.
I love.
Just want to
Oh my God!
extend my apologies to the art team.
All right.
Yeah, pause it.
That was so good.
That was
when you build up like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to say. What we just
Subverting expectations.
exactly
Yeah.
what we
Oh
just
my
saw
gosh.
there was a
You
textbook,
either
a textbook display of building something up so big and then pulling the rug out from the audience, which is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things ever to do in an improv scene is to pretend to be someone who is so confident. And then when you beef it, just go, oh shit, oh fucking shit. Yeah. That's so, just immediately give up. You were so determined 5 seconds ago.
Like the only way to pull that off after building it up is to either meet everyone's expectations
Which
of
is-
what you just
yeah.
talked about,
Which you cannot.
Come on.
Yeah.
Or to just go the exact opposite way.
And everybody knows I love just throwing everything off a table. It's just a bunch of stuff on the table, just flipping the whole table over is so funny. The sound of things hitting the ground chaotically is so funny. God, that was amazing. That was the best thing he could have done.
See, after that, I was like hoping that he'd just mash them all off.
Yeah.
But the fact that he treated it like an accident.
Yeah.
Rocking on your porch at 80, recounting
Oh, God.
your time on Make Some Noise.
Feels almost improper for us to do this.
Yeah.
Right, it's just for them.
We've
This
never-
is just for them.
Yeah, after all this time, the no problem sweatshirt that I bought at dropout.tv/no problem is barely worn a thread.
Yeah, that's pretty new, not faded at all.
Thank you, Lou.
What?
I'm sorry, Vic. I'm sorry, Jacob.
I'm Zach.
Zachary.
Zachary.
A lot of shit really went sideways in my life for me to end up living in this houseboat with you two. Love that it has a porch, though.
And a full courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Fading back into a prompt again.
my client, as you may remember, was only near the horrific murder of Roger Bell. There's no weapon, no means or motive. You are tasked to consider whether the evidence proves beyond reasonable doubt whether my client is guilty. Is my client a perfect man? No. Oh,
I forgot, I got them wrong.
What?
the face! Remember the first episode was just, oh, Josh is dead. Spider. Get the
Spider.
That's right.
Looks like it's my sweatshirt now.
Oh, the vase. Oh my god. It's actually from seasons ago.
Oh.
I'm glad you like to talk so much because I like to be mostly quiet.
I'm glad that you always know the thing to say that lets us stop doing it.
A lot of times I don't, and I'm just guessing.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what
they brought up the vase from
No.
the one that I did, right? The vase that I broke.
No.
No?
So this show, for anyone watching, but also for you guys, this is a spin-off from an episode of Game Changer. I don't know what season, but there was an episode of Game Changer, which Game Changer, every episode of Game Changer is different premise, and they had these three guys on, and they don't explain to you what you're doing on Game Changer, you just have to figure it out as you go, and they would just put something on the screen and be like, Brennan, it's your turn. It would say like cat or something. And they would keep going until someone figured out they had to make the noise of a cat. And eventually one of the prompts was the noise of like shattering glass, and they gave each of them a vase. And what they had to do was shatter the vase to mimic that sound. So that's what he's referencing, is from that very first time they ever did this, that he had to throw a vase on the floor, and he was the first person to figure it out.
It could also be a little bit of mix of like the vase that he broke this episode too.
It could be. I think that was Josh's prompt. But yeah, I think it's flashing back to the very first time they ever did this game, and he actually threw a real vase on the ground.
That's funny.
That's what I believe he's referencing. So old lore, but go back to
It's
Game
really
Changer.
good when you have to explain a joke.
Yeah. I think the whole point of this, though, is like reminiscing on this show. It's a very meta thing. This one's a little tough to follow. But yeah.
They went a little nuts with it.
They went very in jokey. Yeah. Which is something that like I've seen like Smosh do a lot of improv teamy things where they have a lot of. This is their third season of this. And they did like, I think 4 episodes of it on Game Changer before it became its own thing. So they have a fan base and they have a lot of history. And at that point, like, you can do callbacks to prior things. And fans that have been watching for a long time will get it. Like, but yeah, if you're watching, for them, this is their first time ever seeing this. They're not going to get what's happening here. So you run that risk of alienating people when you do stuff like that.
That's a good point.
So you have to bear that in mind. Like, this is nonsense to people that don't watch this show.
Every improviser loves playing to the other improvisers, but sometimes you have to resist the urge. And
then also just callbacks are fun for everyone.
Sure,
And like, but you know, if you call back too far, then you might lose some people.
Precisely.
If you're doing a callback for the show that you're in, like for something from 10 minutes ago or
that's good.
20 minutes, that's great because everyone's in on that joke. But if you're doing a callback from 3 weeks ago, the people that were there 3 weeks ago are going to probably get it, maybe, if they remember it. But people that are only at that show are not going to get it, and you're, like I said, you're running the risk of alienating them.
It took you a little bit to remember, the vase.
The vase. It took me a minute, and I knew what he was talking about. So it's a risk that you take. So just keep that kind of stuff in mind. You never know.
That was so many things.
So is aging.
Let's say
I would probably have to go back and study that for an hour to catch everything they were talking about.
To the
That's actually
last prompt of our game.
No, I boffed it.
I boffed it?
I think I said I buffed it, which is not even
It's
correct.
not how you say whiffed or
Beefed it.
Beefed it?
Josh. Zach.
Yeah?
Brennan.
Yes.
The Noise Boys all get Freaky Friday.
This one also, I think, is just for them.
The noise. Oh, that's
them
that.
switching bodies,
We could do that.
with each other? We'd have to do impersonations of each other.
We had to decide who's who.
We would have to decide who's who.
Ready?
Ahead of time.
Wow, that was nuts.
Okay, guys, let's calm down and stay organized. I have everything all ready for us. I just need you to focus and no more bits, okay?
Yeah, okay.
right.
I'm not going to do any bits.
Right? Oh boy.
Guys, it's all fun and games, I understand, but I had to do a lot of emailing to get all of these shows. The booker needs us to be on time. So I need you to get dressed. I can't help but notice that neither of you are wearing pants.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
I ripped them, actually.
I said I need you to get dressed for the show because we actually sold tickets because I desperately want us to make money.
Are you talking to me? I'm sorry,
I'm talking.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, this is a good example of us using references that other people won't get because we know each other.
Oh.
That's all well and good.
What's happening?
Guys, guys, please stop talking over me. Literally, you constantly talk over.
I think we're being loud right now, but that's my normal volume.
Yeah, hi, is everything set up? Is all the gear in the right place and all the people are coming and then the microphones are on and all the lines are right and everything is correct and all the work is done? Okay.
She's got a hot Latin temper, that one.
Yeah.
The show starts in 5 seconds.
I do love that no one knows our actual.
Yeah, no.
That was very accurate.
That was pretty accurate. Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Whoa! It seems like some sort of logical answer. There's a reason for all of this.
This is outrageous. Christoph Waltz. Insisting on a better treatment. That's a little impression of what Christoph Waltz would sound like if you had gone over to dropout.tv/my-big-sweater, which again you can find there. And let's get me some groceries. I need groceries.
Zach, what's going on with you? It seemed pretty quiet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I was just, standing here, just being quiet.
Uh-oh, gang, here comes another asteroid.
Whoa!
Okay, if I could just quickly tell you, I don't have the sort of recall verbally for what I should be saying and what I might be saying. I probably won't say it, but I just wanted to let you know that's what it is.
That's very sad.
Now, maybe I am. I'm in a liminal space. I am going to another place as a ghost from another town, a town called Nordipes.
He's just doing sound effects.
No problem.
That'll do it.
That was really fun.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Nordipes.
Nordipes.
I love the Brendan impression that's, I don't have the words to go in what it should be here.
Yeah.
But this is as
trying
much
to
as
say
I
a
would
lot of
probably
stuff.
talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's say a point for every mile you just walked in one another's shoes.
We walked barely at all.
That brings us to the end
Well, who
of
won?
our
Let's see.
show. Our winner
Middle guy.
tonight,
You think Zach?
Josh.
He did do a lot of good impersonations today.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to him. They're all superior at this game. They really
they're
are.
very good. What was your favorite part of the episode?
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I did love Brennan knocking over the table.
Yeah.
That was pretty great.
The sound effects.
The sound effect knocking over the
I
table.
think that had me laughing the hardest.
I think I laughed hardest at the video game glitches.
Oh yeah.
True.
Though, but the knocking over the table,
Yeah.
the grandma with the shotgun.
There were so many good moments.
You know what it made me think of is there was this really cool improv show that happened here in Orlando called Scharf and Walden.
Oh yeah.
If you're an improv troupe out there and you're building a show, you can do what these guys in Scharf and Walden do, which is cater the show to you and your co-hosts or whatever. And Scharf and Walden would do it where it was like one of them was the straight man and one of them was the crazy guy. Almost 90% of the time they would have that dynamic.
Yeah.
But they built it kind of into the show, so it wasn't like, why is this guy always the crazy guy? It was like, that was the joke.
You play to your strengths.
Right.
Yeah,
and to frame, because you can also just do an improv show where you're just like, hey, we're 4 improvisers and we're going to improvise. Or you can do, if you want to make content, do something like this where you sort of cater to the things you're already good at or familiar with. It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
Yeah. Like you said, the one guy, he got the Willem Dafoe impression. He kept getting all the impressions.
Right.
And the other guy kept getting like the D&D type characters.
Right, wordy things.
Yeah.
And the joke, it could be seen as like, well, they're always giving them stuff they're good at, or it's like, yeah, I know, it's funny. They always give them stuff they're good at.
Yeah.
And like they know damn well what they're doing because that's gonna get the funniest stuff.
Yeah, but it's also, you have to think about it like, but when we were doing it, like getting thrown those prompts, it's like, well, I'm not good at that thing. They're not good at that thing.
Exactly.
And it shows their skill set. Like when you're working in comedy and improv in this wheelhouse, you do tend to get good at a certain thing. I tend to be the straight man in scenes a lot. I'm a very logical player. I tend to be the person who like calls out the thing. I'm very much like keeping the story going. Like you need somebody in scenes to do that. I don't tend to be the wacky goofy guy. That's more your role.
Right.
So we work really well in scenes together because you need somebody grounded and I need somebody crazy.
Right.
We work well together. Same with you. Like you tend to be a little more wacky, more mid than he is.
Yeah, just stupid rather than wacky.
You need different types of people to do those things. So you tend to find your thing. You can adapt and do both.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, you're really good at the crazy person.
Yeah, I can do the crazy person too. Yeah, I can do both things, but I tend to gravitate towards, I see someone being insane in a scene, they need a grounded person, I'm going to jump in.
And I'm glad that the show recognizes the value in playing to strengths rather than just
Yeah.
like, no, you got to exercise that muscle. Like, well, or you could just give me what you know I'm good at.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's for entertainment purposes. They should be throwing those.
Yeah, we're trying to entertain, not grow as, I don't know,
Yeah.
not exercise our muscles, you know?
They should be doing that off stage.
Yeah,
in their personal lives. And
Precisely.
that's something we do. Like when we are in rehearsals, like we just went through a couple weeks of rehearsals before a show, and we were practicing stuff behind the scenes, but then when we are in the show, we're playing to our strengths, we're doing what we're good at.
Right.
For the most part.
Yeah. I mean, it comes down to picking games for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love being in New Choice because one of my favorite things to do is I'm just very good at coming up with just random shit as fast as possible. And then I end up having to make the straight people sort of help me, justify all those crazy things.
Playing to your strengths is good. It's not like they're lobbing people softballs. They're not really softballs. Like,
Right.
Yeah, they're still hard prompts.
Absolutely.
You are good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just framed for them a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy just because they're
Just
catering
because
to their...
because they make it look easy.
Right.
Yeah, they make it look easy, and we'll see when the comments come out if we made it look hard.
Yeah, right?
They'll be like, wow, why are we listening to anything
Can you go
say?
back to just reacting, please?
Can you back?
Your channel's dead now. You're not an improviser.
We found you out.
You've been doing this for how long? And
Those
you
who
did that?
can't play coach or whatever that goes, I said.
This might have been the worst decision I've ever made to actually willingly do improv on camera for people on this channel, but
With no audience.
yeah, that's
Yeah, improv with no audience
true. Improv
is
with
great.
no audience is a tough bag. You guys are kind of an audience. We're each other's audience.
Yes.
That counts.
I was not paying attention though, so kind of.
Yeah.
So she was him, and he was me, and I was her. If it was unclear who was who in that body swapping scene.
Yeah, which is fair. He's the loudest person I've ever met.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's always doing a bit, and I'm always trying to get them to act like adults.
Yep,
Yeah,
pretty much.
that's pretty much it. Any final thoughts about what we watched? What did you think of Make Some Noise? Because you guys hadn't seen it before today.
No.
No, I hadn't seen it. It is funny. It's incredibly fast paced. I was watching it thinking that it looks torturous to be them, in the sense that they're doing these very fast improv. Like, if you've ever done an improv show, there's a sort of natural rhythm to, okay, you have to explain everything for this short form game to the audience, and then we're going to start, and there will be an ending, and it'll kind of be obvious where we get a bunch of room to act. And then here they ask them to be behind podiums, right? And they've got like a quasi game show format where they're on some games they're trying to buzz in, and so it just overall it looked hard. It looked hard. I do not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, there's a reason why pretty much every improv thing you'll see is at least two people. But a lot of those games were just one person improvising just a monologue.
Right.
You
That's
know?
what I noticed as well. When they were doing those first games where it's basically, I'm going to pitch you something and then you do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept thinking to myself, I don't like that. Because if you know me,
I'm not gonna
I have a lot of ideas and I want to make them all myself. Like, I don't, it's like, if you're a funny person out there, you might have a significant other who will, if they ever be like, do that funny thing. Do that funny fucking thing you do. And that is like no, now I can't. Because you asked me to do it, I refuse, and it won't be the same.
Absolutely not.
And
You'll
so,
ruin it forever.
when they say, like, do Willem Dafoe saying this, like, I'm just like, damn, that feels like some dance monkey dance. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, these guys are professionals. The fact that they can just be like, do a monologue by myself, no problem. In front of a podium where I can't use my body at all, like, it's really, they're making it look easy. That is very hard, everything they're doing.
Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. I could have done it by myself. I could have, but I would have looked insane. More insane than I normally do.
Right.
So, where can my viewers find you? If they found you funny and liked you. Ooh, fingers crossed. I don't know. If they liked you, where can they find you, Mac?
You can find me on YouTube or Spotify at the Game Treasure Podcast. It's a weekly podcast I do with my brother and a couple of our friends. My brother owns a video game subscription service box and has so for about a decade. So we just started a podcast for that this past year. So it's got all the normal trappings of a video game podcast plus sketches and bits that I make. So it's kind of funny. Go check it out.
Sketches and bits.
Sketches and bits.
Wow. out. Luke?
Yeah, I guess I'm on the internet somewhere. Crafty McVillain. Wherever, whatever social media things there are, that's what my name is on there.
Okay, cool. I'll put it in the description of the video so you can find them and watch their stuff. Do that. Follow them, like them, tell them in the comments that they were cool so that their egos are boosted and their feelings aren't hurt.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
Love my feelings, bro.
Well, that was quite an adventure. Today's video was very different than the videos I've done in the past. I got to bring in a couple of friends and actually do a bit of improv for you guys, which I hope you enjoyed. It's very different just responding to prompts, being in a room and not being on stage, having the freedom to move around and the open-endedness that we typically have in improv. It was a bit challenging sometimes to do prompts that I can tell are formulated for those performers, but still really fun. A lot of those prompts are just incredibly creative and fun to play with, and I had a great time. As always, I don't play the entire episode on my channel because I want you to go to Dropout to watch it. So if you want to see the rest of the prompts that they did in this episode, you'll just have to subscribe to Dropout. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm very close to 5,000 subscribers on this channel. So if you aren't subscribed already, please do that. And if you liked this video and you want to see more like it, please hit the like button. It looks like this. As always, I look through the comments at your suggestions on what to watch next, and I am still weeding through so many amazing suggestions that you guys have given me. I'm leaving for Edinburgh for the summer soon, so I won't be able to film during that time, but I'm trying to stockpile as many videos as I can before I go so that I can release some things while I'm there. So keep dropping suggestions for me, and I will try to get through as many as I possibly can before I have to go. I'll put Luke and Mack's information in the description of this video if you want to check them out. I recommend you do because they're very funny guys and two of my closest friends. Let me know if you enjoyed seeing a collaboration on this channel and if there's any other collaborations or different things that you'd like to see me do with this channel. I'm very open to different ideas that you guys are interested in seeing. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.